Okay, so everyone's favorite freaky uncle, Shannon Sharpe, decided to get into a very messy situation with some OnlyFans model. And the story goes like this. Shannon was going to a gym of some sorts. He met some 19-year-old girl. He was interested in her. He tried to get her to sign some NDA. She refused. He persisted, and she continued to refuse until he gave in and said, you know what? Fine. I'm not going to make you sign anything. Let's just make this thing happen. They were in a relationship for about 2 years, and then on a Friday, it's announced that Shannon was signing a deal for $100 million. And then literally the Monday following, this girl decided to come out with a lawsuit alleging she was being R-worded, she was in an abusive relationship, and a bunch of stuff. Now, both sides have their own accounts of what happened. And the current lawsuit is being alleged from the girl's side, of course. And most people are actually not taking her side, surprisingly. They're taking Shannon's side to some extent. And the reason why is because of the kind of lawyer who decided to come out and represent her. It is none other than Tony Busby, who is considered the Better Call Saul of the real world. And the main reason for that is he is involved in every single shady shakedown you can possibly think of. He was involved in representing literally most celebrities who got like fleeced out of their money and stuff like that. He's literally known as a degenerate lawyer. Like, he's the stereotypical lying lawyer you could possibly imagine. Now, one thing to note is that we do know of a couple of weird things that kind of make this thing a little bit nasty, to say the least. There is some audio footages that came out from the girl's side showcasing the kind of relationship that they've had, and I'll play some of the clips.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
So clearly, at best case scenario, they have a weird, nasty relationship that the public has no business knowing about. Okay? And at worst case scenario, he is as abusive as she's saying he is. Of course, she's alleging all these things. None of these things have been proven. She's alleging them. Now, the internet decided to focus on a particular part about this whole situation. And that part is the age gap between them. Mind you, Shannon is in his mid-50s and this girl is 19, 20. Okay, there's like a 30-year gap between them almost, okay? If not, I think it's pretty much more than 30 years. People have been ransacking him online, attacking him for it, and saying that he's taking advantage of women, all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not really interested in that particular topic. What I find interesting is the attitude of Shannon Sharpe himself when he had guests in his show in the past who have had similar relationships like him and how he reacted to them. Case in point, he had Darnell, the comedian, in his show a while back. I forget if this was a year ago or 2 years ago, something like that. And he made fun of Darnell and decided to bring up Darnell's relationship with some 23, 24-year-old girl. Mind you, at the time, Darnell was around, I think maybe mid-40s. And let's just say 40 for argument's sake. And the girl is like 20. That's a 20-year age gap between them. Still weird, but it's 20 years. Shannon, at this time, when he's making fun of this guy, he is literally in a relationship with some girl who's like 30 plus years younger than him. So on what grounds was he making fun of that guy? He even made jokes and stuff. I'll play the clip. By the way, like and subscribe. It helps the channel.
She's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all be at? Forever 21?
So you see, he's making fun of him. He's saying, oh, what did you meet her? Forever 21? Like, China, like, and people in the background are laughing at him and stuff like that. Like, it's very clear that he thought it was funny to make fun of him for it. Meanwhile, he's doing something significantly worse than that. He's with some girl that he could literally be the grandpa for. Now, one thing to note is that Shannon have had people that he's close with, like Monique, come onto his show and address this problem in the friendliest and the most mom-like method you could possibly think of. And I'll play the clip here in a second.
I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
You tried to say what you trying to say, Mo.
I'm looking right at you.
I know
saying,
you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my
Let
life.
me tell you what my baby need. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon need. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
So you can see how she is trying to present this problem and tell him, oh, you don't need no 20-year-old girl. You don't need these young girls. You need somebody your age, somebody who's going to take care of you, all that kind of stuff. Which, I'll be honest with you, that advice couldn't have been more true. This guy is some 50-plus-year-old dude who's trying to like create this image of himself as this like sexual symbol of sorts, who literally at some point last year, he decided to like accidentally get on IG Live and literally make the whole world listen to him engaging in whatever the hell it is that he was engaging in. And the whole world is just on there listening to it. And then he apologizes for it the next day. And then 2 seconds later, he decides to make some kind of a Viagra pill or something like that. The guy is an actual sexual deviant. Okay, he is. And he wants to build a brand of that kind. What makes this whole scenario funny is the fact that it came to bite him in the ass. That's exactly why this whole thing is funny. Let's be honest. Shannon should have seen this coming. When you're somebody who's a celebrity, he's a Hall of Famer, he's a famous internet celebrity, like he's a famous sports pundit, like he is a character that most people would recognize in America. He decided to get into a relationship with some random 19-year-old girl that he does not know anything about, did not make her sign anything, though he presented it at first, he gave up on that. And 2 seconds later, he's surprised that this girl is gonna try to pair up with one of the most notorious lawyers in the world, like in America, whose entire purpose is literally to shake down celebrities off of money. And he's like, I can't believe this is happening, all that kind of stuff. How are you not believing that's happening? Isn't that basically like a rite of passage that when you're a celebrity, if you do not make people sign NDAs before they engage in relationships with you, especially like regular people who are not celebrities like you, that's more than likely going to come and bite you in the back? Like, is that not a known thing? He's 50-plus-year-old, for God's sake. How did he not know that? Now, to me, what I find also concerning is the fact that stuff like this is usually very common amongst young like athletes who just come out of high school or just come out of college or something like that, and then they get exposed to the real world. They're not familiar with these methods, they're not familiar with these shakedowns, they're not familiar with any of these stuff, and then they get taken advantage of. And even then, we hold those kids accountable and we say, oh, you're an adult, you should have heard of these stories, how did you not see this coming, blah 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 blah. We're familiar with this whole thing. This man is 50 plus, he's in his mid-50s, he's pushing 60, and he got taken advantage of in a way that almost like makes you question his sanity. How did he let a 19-year-old girl shake him down like that? And I'm not gonna get into the kind of messages that was going on between them. I'm not getting into the any of that kind of stuff. My whole thing is, how big of an idiot are you for you to let something like this happen to you? I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that this problem of people taking advantage of athletes and stuff like that has become such a major problem at some point that most companies or most coaches and stuff like that, they decided to warn these athletes about this kind of stuff. They decided to create some kind of a program, if I'm not mistaken, telling them what to do, what not to do, how to go about this whole thing, how to go about this whole thing, because it became such a massive problem. How did a damn near 60-year-old man not know something so basic? Listen, I give this clown no sympathy. I think he deserves this whole thing, and I do not sympathize with him at all. I don't think he deserves to lose $50 million. That's an absurd amount, but I do think that he deserves what's coming to him, because he should have seen this coming. This is as clear as day. It genuinely does not get more clear than this. A random 19-year-old kid who's literally an OnlyFans clown. She's on OnlyFans. What did you expect to happen? That she's gonna be a housewife? Anyways, man, you guys let me know what you think about this whole thing.